Alright folks, so welcome back. As I said, this has been a very long video. There's so much kit in this video alone, it's not funny. There's so much kit that could have gone on this video alone, it's not funny. It's been years and years of build up of collecting this kit and realizing that some of it's good, some of it's not for my own personal use. It would be far better for somebody else to take care of this kit and enjoy it to the full function of why it was designed. I'd like to thank you folks for taking the patience to watch this long ass video of mine. It's, as I said, been years and years and years of collecting. So much gear in this video, so much gear that couldn't fit in this room. It's just completely, I'm not joking, it would completely chock block the room. It's not funny. So yeah, gear overload syndrome. Had to get rid of all this stuff. Don't need it. I'm going to continue with my Te Araroa through hike. I'm not letting anything get in my way. I am doing it. I am doing it. Kia ora folks, RDB, your local Bushman here. Well, I've got a bit of a problem. I've got gear overload syndrome. Now, see, the problem is I don't actually need or want all this gear. Huge problem, so yeah, Russ is going to have to get creative and try to figure out what to do with it. Let's take a look. Alright, so kia ora folks, RDB, your local Bushman here. Your Te Araroa Bushman, by the way. What I'd like to add is, I am back home for the third time. Now, there is a reason for that. I am back here home to do some editing. I am also here to fundraise for my Te Araroa trip, so I've got to be creative with all my means. Now, since I'm in day 7, okay, day 7 in the South Island, okay. If you guys check out my other video, you guys will be apprised of what's happening, and the other blog mentioning my freedom camping stuff and some other tidbits I like to check in for the Te Araroa Trail. A lot of tidbits there. Anyway, I have a lot of gear. So much gear that over the years I've been meaning to do videos about this gear. There's so much gear here, it's not funny. If you look, it fills the bottom floor, or the bottom of the floor, and it also fills the top. Now there's so much gear that it actually won't all fit in this room. Seriously, there's so much gear, it's not funny. I'm not joking you, there's way more than this. But this is the majority of the gear I want to get rid of. So what I'm doing is, as I said, I'm going to sell all of it. All of it. As I mentioned, day 7 on Te Araroa Trail in the South Island, I'm starting to realise that I don't actually want or need all this materialistic stuff. Yeah, some of it's been great for when I've used it, but most of it I don't want or need or use it. So I'd rather sell it to some kind folks that rather have it. I've given myself 2 weeks to try to sell all of this. So much gear here. Some of it's brand new, sorry. Some of it's been used once, just once, okay. So much gear that it's not funny. Now, I've been happy just living out my backpack, okay. If you guys don't know what it is, there's a Humble Ras overview coming very, very shortly about this pack, and that is the Arm. The Arm pack, okay. This is an Arm Peak Aspiration, large, so it's a 50 litre full capacity, with 6 litres a piece on each side of the chest, 12 litres at front, so it's 62. Now, even that has been way too much for my needs, way too much. It's been great. I do have plans in the mix. The last couple of days has given me decisions to make and things to decide upon on what I'd like to do, but I thought I'd do this video to run you guys through everything that's with my gear. Let's have a look, shall we? What I'd like to start with is, as I said, there's so much gear just in this shot, but there's so much gear that won't fit in the room. It's, as I said, it's a problem. Gear overload syndrome. Some of us bushcrafters, through hikers, outdoor recreationalists love to collect gear. As you guys might not be apprised of, Ras likes to care to collect New Zealand historical items, but I like to collect different items from different periods of time. why they design them, how they design them. It gives me a bit of feedback of their conditions and the usage, why they were used. Not the gear hype, oh it's cool brand new and all that. I'm not into that fad. I'm into practicality and ergonomics. Why was this piece of kit designed? So what I like to start with, as I said, is there's so much gear in the shot, there's so much more gear not in this room that won't fit in this shot. It won't fit in all of this room. It's quite a tiny studio slash bedroom I have, okay? Really tiny. It won't fit in here. It will completely, literally, I'm not over joking, it will fill the whole room. It won't even fit in my gear closet, just over here. So it's so much that it's not funny, and it's becoming a major problem. As I said, I've realised during this through hike that I don't need all this kit. I don't want all this kit. There's so much kit that I don't want, don't use, don't need. Just, I don't feel like I need it. I have, as I said, I have mentioned, I have future plans for other stuff I can't mention to you guys at the moment. You might have to be apprised in my my Te Araroa Trail vlog, Bushman's Trail book about that. I will apprise you guys later on, within the next 2 to 5 years. So, I've got some plans in regards to what I'm currently doing, the Te Araroa and my bushcraft passion. Okay, so I'll expand on that in further detail. Okay, well, I'd like to talk firstly. Let's start off with a different series. So let's start off with shoes. Okay, start with shoes. Now, I have 4 pairs of unused brand new boots. Okay, if you guys folks don't know, Ras is a size 14 UK wide. I have large feet. And I picked up these for pretty reasonable prices. I'm selling them for pretty reasonably prices too. I've got a pair of Merrells. Gotta love that Merrell. Merrell snowboarding boots. I don't snowboard. I picked those up for a pretty reasonable price. I saw them, they were cheap. I don't snowboard, I don't need them. So I got one pair. Okay, that's that done. I've got another pair of Merrell snowboarding boots. Now these are more for hiking. The tread is more for hiking. So mountaineering, winter mountaineering, they're perfect for those. So that's that. I've got a pair of this has only been used one day. Merrells, they're all Merrells. Merrell UK14, Dakota Trail Vents. Just don't need them. I thought I needed 4 to 5 pairs of shoes for the South Island, North and South Island for the Te Araroa Trail. I'm only on my second pair. It's still got a ton of life. My first pair's still got a ton of life. It'll still be fine. It still works great. No tightening issues. Nothing. And I've got a pair of Merrell Centaurs semi-waterproof boots. Used for maybe about 3 hours. That's about it. So that's the shoes. I have more boots and shoes. So, some of them are for bushcraft. There's one pair I'm keeping. Those are Scalar-ups. You folks have probably seen those in my really early videos a couple of years ago. I still have them. They're still bomber. Still love them. Still going to use them. Regardless. That's the boots done. Let's get into packs. Okay. As you folks know, I've got a arm down here. I'm happy with this pack. During my outdoor recreational activities in the future, within the next year or two, I'll be upgrading to something different, and I've got works in the mix for some design ideas for packs. Not particularly for through hiking, not in particular for bushcraft. It's in between. I can't mention these details at the moment as I'm working on something in regards to that in the near future. I can't give you guys details about that, but I will apprise you guys of that in the near future. But I'm happy with the Arn. I love Arn. I love Kiwi gear. It's designed for this country. Love it. Practical. People are going to give you funny looks with Arn. As I said, the Humble Ras Overview, my review series about products will be given. Okay, that will be given. Now, as I said, let's talk about packs. My first pack. This is my very first bushcraft pack when I was an adult. Very, very first. It's Swiss Army Mountaineers rucksack. Heavy canvas. This thing weighs 2.6 kilos. Heavy. It's got a nice leather lumber, metal stays. It's heavy duty. I have literally chucked this pack down the mountainside. It has survived. No tears, no scrapes, no dents, nothing. I'm not joking. It's literally bomb-proof. So that's the first pack. My second pack is, let's see if we can get this in the shot. Caramel, Kalahari. These are quite rare. These are some of the early 90s series of lightweight going into ultralight, near frameless. Not frameless, but near frameless packs. This is still a bomber pack. It's used. I haven't used it much. When I purchased it, it was used for years and years and years. It's still got a ton of life in it. Still got a ton of life left in it. Unfortunately for me, now this is a UK made one too. Properly UK made caramel. Proper one. Problem with this is it's a female size. It doesn't fit. Never used it. Now, this was my second Bushcraft bag. This is a Caramel Jaguar S75. Let's see if we can get this in the shot. Caramel Jaguar S75. Now, these are used, as I believe, still currently with the British military. Some of the British military personnel have the option to purchase caramel gear and they prefer them. Now this thing is a beast. It is a total 85 litres. You got the large side pockets. Real large. This was used by I believe a Green Beret or Marine, a British military personnel officer used it. He's got his unit tags and numbers on the back. He used it for years, even for hiking. I've used it for a bit. I've left it in the same condition. He's given it to me. It's got a few tears here and there, but it's a bomber pack. It's beautiful. This thing weighs about 1.7, so it's lighter. It's still heavy duty. Internal frame, great. I love the suspension system. It's been, for an old school one, it's pretty good. It slides up and down. Similar in essence to the ARN, not really, but very similar. Okay, so that's the packs out of the way. Let's move into the next section. So we're going to have to work around the shot to actually try to fit this all in. But here we go. This is a collectible. These are stones. Where is it? You can see it. Get it in the shot. It won't come in shot. But this is a stones German oilskin jacket. Heavy. It's about 1.6 kilo. Bomb-proof, absolute waterproof. Beautiful bushcraft type kit. Heavy duty, robust. It's lined too, so that's that one. I'm just going to quickly zoom in here for a second. Don't really like zooming in to shots, but actually, you know what, bugger it. We'll just deal with this, okay? So, next one is a Gamma. This is a Gamma hunting jacket. I believe this is the Anthracite series. It's like Gore-Tex. It's very good. I've used and abused the hell out of this thing. Seriously, folks, used and abused the hell out of this thing. It's great. It's about just over a kilo. This is extra large, just over a kilo, but a bit too warm. Even for winter for me in New Zealand, it's a bit too warm. Gore-Tex like is fairly breathable. There is a misnomer on breathability and waterproofness with gear. You either get heavily waterproof or heavily breathable. You don't really have the best of both worlds. It's just unfortunately, that's just how gear is designed. We don't have technologies available to breathe like the breeze and the wind and be waterproof as a duck's shell. We don't have the technological advances yet in clothing. It's just not practical. So there's that one. Alright, this one's pretty old, pretty used. Got to wash it. This one is a Hungarian overcoat with a liner. It's got a synthetic fleece liner. great overcoat. Heavy. It's about 2.5 kilo. It's pretty heavy duty. This is extra large, so I'm not large. Extra large doesn't fit me anymore. Large don't fit me anymore. Medium is slightly too big for me, so I'm dropping sizes for this through hikes. So there's always that. This is a when it was Czechoslovakia. This was a Czechoslovakian military officer's dress uniform or jacket. It comes with a liner. Okay, beautiful jacket, beautiful jacket. Now this is very important too. Let's go on to the New Zealand types of clothing. This is a brand. I do have the history of it. I'm gonna have to find it, and you're gonna have to be apprised in my series about outdoor heritage, Aotearoa series. That's about outdoor branding, clothes, equipment, specifically outdoor recreation. Now this is a beyond 2.5 layer shell jacket. I've used it. I've left it in the same condition I've got it. It came with some slight rips in fabric. That's actually right. You can re-silicone this thing. It's still got a ton of life left in it. Extra large, very light. This thing weighs 360 grams. Very light for a jacket. Fairly waterproof. A lot of breathability into it too. There is no Gore-Tex layer. It's just a waterproof layer. It's just a composite waterproof layer. So that's it. Now these are the Mark 1, I believe, of these pants. And these are another New Zealand brand. As you can see, get it in the shot. Stony Creek. There's Stony Creek waterproof pants. I forget the model series. These are being bomber for winter. Unfortunately, they're too warm during winter for me during bushcraft needs. Hence why I don't use them that much. But very good pants. Those weigh roughly about 600 grams, 700 grams. They are heavy duty hunting waterproof pants, but they're very good for bushcraft uses. Very, very good. Very durable. Now let's go into the next phase of this gear overload syndrome video. Now let's talk about pads. Sleeping pads. Now this is my first pad I used for about to Auckland, so Cat Rang to Auckland. I used this for about 650 to 700 Ks, okay folks? This is a Nature Hike ultralight pad. It's a mummy style, it weighs 380 grams, very inexpensive. Don't use it. I may keep this as a backup pad for future outdoor recreation activities, as again, can't apprise you of what they are in the mix, they are in the works. Cannot tell you what that is at this moment. However, I will tell you folks in future videos, so there's always that. It's orange, it's pretty good pad, fairly decent. They do have some design issues that I believe can be fixed fairly easily, so there's always that. So that's the first pad, Nature Hike ultralight pad. Here we go. There we go. There we go, Nature Hike ultralight pad. As I've said, I've used all my gear, not all of it, most of the kit, and I will give you the best and most humble opinion about it from an actual user, not just field testing it for one night. I field test stuff for at least 6 months. Then you know a practical review of how does it perform, not just my opinion. How does it perform? What's its purpose? What's its functionality? Etc. etc. So the humble Russ overview will be on that fairly shortly too. Now, my second pad. This was going to be my original Te Araroa Trail sleeping pad. There's a reason. It's a 3/4 pad. This is a collectible. This is a Pacific Outdoor Equipment. All Out Mountain 2/3 tourism. All Out Mountain 2/3. This is a semi-closed cell foam pad. It's a self-inflating pad. You still have to blow self-inflating pads up. I've used it for a few nights. This thing is still brand new. Very brand new. These are collectible too. I've only used this for a few nights. It's a bit too bulky for my pack out. That's why I decided to get the Nature Hike ultralight pad. It's just a bit too bulky for me. Still a beautiful pad. These are actually rare, very collectible. Pacific Outdoor Equipment, not the kids stuff, the adult stuff. Way better. It's a mummy style die cut trapezoid mummy thing type pad. It's got side baffles. Comfortable as pad. Bit weighty though now. This thing weighs 590 to 600 grams. And bulky, so there's always that. Good pad though. Very good pad. Now let's talk about some other stuff. We've done the boots, we've done the pads, we've done the clothes, and we've done the packs. Let's go on to some sleeping bags, okay? Now this first sleeping bag I like to mention is I may or may not keep it. I have some design ideas I like to do with this. It's collectible too. Pretty much all these sleeping bags I have, besides my current Te Araroa sleeping bag, are collectible. This is a Fairy Down Equator. Fairy Down Equator, it's a summer weight bag. It is 190 grams. I've used this a few times. It's used. I may or may not keep this. Fairy Down is a New Zealand brand, okay, which eventually got bought up by Kathmandu. Yet again, you don't want to hear Russ's opinion about that. Tragic story. I don't want to give my opinion about Kathmandu. Let's just put it out there. Beautiful company though, Fairy Down. Love their stuff. Sir Edmund Hillary, during his Everest attempt and Antarctic expeditions, did use Fairy Down bags. Very good bags. They've been around for a while too, like 1800s, 1900s. I do have a video coming up in the mix. It's taken me a few years of research to do all the Outdoor Heritage Outdoor series videos, because the information is very hard to find for these New Zealand companies. Very hard. So I've had to go sourcing through books, through the internet, through finding locals with local knowledge to try and get the information about the history. Because I believe outdoor history and their brands are important. They're not catalogued. It's a reason why is because we can understand their gear design. Let's get off topic. Let's move on to the next bag. Now this is a real collectible bag. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's built for very heavy duty mountaineering stuff. I may or may not keep this. We'll see. Now this is a US Army military Arctic military bag, part of their original ECWS system. I believe that's extreme cold weather sleeping systems. Now these are built in, I believe, 1953, 1963. Olive drab, predominantly feather fill with some down, heavy duty. These take you down to really extreme cold temperatures. Very good bag. Very collectible. Very hard. I found these sell for hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. I'm not going to mention how much I picked this up for. I picked it up for such a good price. But I may or may not keep this. I may sell this. We'll have to see what happens. But very good bag. I've used it a few times. It's been great. It's actually been too warm. It's too warm in the North Island, sorry. Even during winter, just way too warm. I could never take it down to its temperature where it'll keep you just warm enough. It's overkill, honestly, but it's a beautiful collectible edition. Now, the next sleeping bag is a Kathmandu. Now, this is about a mid-2000 series Kathmandu bag. It was used when I got it. I have used it for several years. It's still great. It's still bomb-proof. This is a Kathmandu. Let's see the side. Venture Rig. Okay, Venture Regular. And it's in a lovely thing they call Primaloft. Now this is Primaloft Sport, I believe. This is the 112 grams per square meter series. Very warm bag. Fairly lightish. It's about 1.4 kilo. For synthetic, that goes down pretty cold conditions. I believe it's about -6, -7. That's not bad for an older mid-2000 series bag. Very good. Primaloft still in excellent condition, like phenomenal condition. Very good. Next sleeping bag. Now this is probably one of the most collectible sleeping bags around. The company's still around. I believe it's still made in New Zealand or assembled in New Zealand, or most of the processes in New Zealand. Now this is very old bag. It's a synthetic bag. It's got 200 gram per square meter of insulation. I believe it's what they call it, hollow light Dacron. Let's have a look at the tag. Yeah, it goes down to -10 comfortably. It's fairly heavy too. It's about 2.1 kilo. It is silicated hollow fiber offset construction, and this is an olive drab, very collectible bag. This is a, come on, focus. You can just, let's see if we can just, there we go, Domex. This is a Domex sleeping bag. Now this is the sleeping bags that were used by the military, New Zealand military, when they started to use synthetic. They did use synthetic and down. I believe they're still using synthetic at the moment, not sure. This was made for the military. These are highly collectible pieces of sleeping bags. Very collectible. As I said, I got to pick this up for such a bargain. I'm not going to mention it. I may or may not sell this. I probably will sell it. It's been used. I've used it once, but it was used for years. It just needs a wash. It has some damage that can be rejuvenated. Good as gold. So for winter conditions and you want a synthetic bag, it'll keep you warm. A quality New Zealand made bag, this will keep you warm for sure. So we've done sleeping bags, we've done clothing, we've done boots, we've done packs, we've done pads. Let's get on to the shelter stuff, okay? I'll just take this out. I'll talk about this. So yeah, as I said, there's so much stuff that's filling up my room, and this is only the stuff in the shot. There's so much more. It's not going to be funny. This video is going to be long because it's really not funny anymore, even though I'm laughing. There's so much outdoor gear. I have gear overdose syndrome. It's just way too much gear I don't want, don't need. Let's talk about the shelter stuff. Okay, so this is a beautiful bivvy bag. I bought this when it was used once. It's in practical new condition. Very light. Bomber bags. I've used these before. I used one. Same design, just slightly earlier. It is a bivvy bag. Olive drab. It's in a classic central zip. Or central opening. It's beautiful. Beautiful bag, and this is a, there we go, it's not coming up, there we go, boom, took a while to focus. This is a snug pack, Special Forces olive drab bivvy bag. I believe this is version 2. I think there's quite a few versions, but this thing is just under 600 grams. It is very light for a very durable bag, very waterproof, very breathable. Key with bivvy bags, folks, is to keep your head out. Don't cover it, or your sleeping bag and cover it with the bivvy. Don't cover it. You've got to leave breathing room. That's how you don't sweat or condensate too much in the bivvy bag. That's how people get clammy in them. But as I've said, I've used this one probably once or twice. I've used several others, way more. Okay, so there's that. Now this is going to be too much to put in shots, so I'm just going to have to show you this. It's a Nature Hike Cloud Up 2 tent. It's too much to put in the shot, it's not funny. But it's Cloud Up 2 Nature Hike tent. Very quality, ultra light sil nylon tent. Very beautiful tents. Very inexpensive. They're selling for about the 2-man, about $240. I've used this one once and salvaged some parts from it. I've got to replace the parts, that's fine. But I've used that one once or twice. I've used that one before, not this specific tent, but another tent like it for several months. I've done a lot of tests with it. It's been super great. Cook kit. Now let's talk about cook kit stuff. Eco tanker. Keeping this made in New Zealand. It's a beautiful bushcraft pot slash water bottle. Stainless steel. It's a no-brainer. I'm keeping that. U.S. Army mess kit. This was given to me by my father. Don't use it. It's just not my cup of tea. This was always my favourite one. This is a Swiss Army Trangia style stove. You've got your billy. You've seen it in some of my early videos. You got your billy, you get your windshield. It folds out to put in your Trangia. What else? It's a hanging billy too, so you can hang it over the fire or whatever. And the top can be a small pan or cup. It's always been better as a cup. I loved it as a cup. This one is well abused and abused. I love this thing to death. I love it. It's been my favourite piece of kit. The only thing I wish it was better at is being lighter. This whole setup is about 800 grams. With a Trangia it's about 950, so it's under a kilo. Incredibly heavy. Incredibly heavy. Bomb-proof, though. Beautiful system. Just wish I was more lighter. Now, this is, I've got 3 Trangias. This is a fire maple Trangia. I maybe used it once or twice. May or may not keep this. This is lighter than normal Trangia. Now this is about 100 grams, give or take. Maybe a few grams, give or take. Very light Trangia style alcohol stove, or meth stove we call them. Very light. Fairly inexpensive too. Now this one in particular, I'm going to save this for last. Actually no, I'll save it for second last. This one here is a Scout. It's a Scout cook kit. Don't know which Scout series, US, NZ, Australia. It's a Scout cook kit though. I bought it used. I've cooked a lot of bannock, damper as we call it here. Just done a lot of baking in the bush with it. It's been a good system. It's made of aluminium. Some folks have fears that aluminium may cause Alzheimer's. There's scientific studies that show there is no proof in it. I'm just sorry. And if you fear it, just get anodized one or anodize this yourself. As I said, I've baked with it. Beautiful pot system. Love it. Now, let's go to this one. This looks like a normal anodized aluminum cook set, but it's not. So it's 2 bowls. You've seen that in one of my videos. I cooked smoked kahawai with a pulau rice before in the bush. Okay, this is the pot set feature. This is made in New Zealand, very down pot set. Very collectible. You can hardly find these anymore. You're probably thinking, oh, it's just a pot. To me, it's because it's made by a New Zealand company. There's been thought, there's been care into how they've made it. It's slightly heavier than most anodized pot series, but it's so bomb-proof, it's not funny. Very good system. May or may not sell it. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the used one first. This being my, probably say, most versatile cook kits around. Slightly heavier. This is a East German officers mess canteen cook kit. Now it's stylized after brief history. East Germany and West Germany, when they split, the Soviets had one side and the Allied forces had the other. They took the original designs for this cook kit from the Wehrmacht, or however German. I'm sorry for my German pronunciation. It's a bit butchered, but the Wehrmacht Panzer divisions. They had these style of cook kits, which are 3 pieces. Got a pot slash cup, or you can use this as your cooking pot. So this will be your main cooking pot. It's got a handle. This will be your mug. You could cook with this. It's got a silicone rubber seal. I wouldn't suggest that though. And it's got a metal canteen. You can cook in this. You can cook in these ones. Some of the later ones you can't. They've got a silicone rubber seal. This one doesn't. Now this is a mixed set. That's why it's been so used and abused. Beautiful pieces of kit. It's such a brilliant design. If I I've got some ideas for something like this later on. As I said, mentioning my future career, I've got some ideas. As I said, can't mention it in this video. This video is so long, it's not funny, but there's so much gear I have to mention in this, and this is from all the years I've been collecting, all the years I've been testing, all the years of researching. I've just forgotten to do this video. That's why this video is so incredibly long. It's just years and years of build up. I thought, you know, I want to get rid of all of it anyway. I might as well mention some of the history about it, and we'll do some more history about it in future videos. This is a very good kit. You can pick these up pretty inexpensive, okay? A matching set, that is a different story. This is a mixed set. You can pick these up for about 20 euros, about 40 buck NZ, give or take. Very versatile. Now their weight is about 800 grams. So the mug is roughly about, the cooking pot is about 500, 550. The mug is about 650 mils. The canteen's about 650 to 750 mils. So it's a pretty versatile piece of kit. It's a belt attachable. I've used it like that forever. You can strap it to your pack, whatever. It's so versatile, it's handy as, and it's your water canteen, all in one. It's just very good, very good. Now this is I was actually given to this free because the supplier messed up my order, unfortunately. So this is a fire maple aluminium windshield. This is an unused one. I have the used one, part of my Te Araroa pack out. I've used and abused it. So great, so versatile. This is just slightly bigger one, okay? Slightly bigger. Aluminium, it's about, I'd say give or take about 10 or 11 centimeters high. Very light, it's about 160 grams this one. The smaller one's about 102 grams. Very lightweight, but durable. Not like tinfoil where, very fiddly tinfoil. Now these are slightly off topic, but these are my Aunt Expedition pack boot bags. May or may not get rid of those. We'll see what happens. So back on topic. Now this is creme de la creme of the cooking world. It's not an ultra light, it's ultra collectible, it's ultra rare. This is unused too. You guys are in for a treat with this one. This is completely unused, surplus, and very mint condition. DDR East German canteen officer cook set. Same one as my used one, okay? Same one as this one. That's not matching. The used one is not a matching set. This is all matching. Very rare. Very rare, because most of the cook sets you'll find of these are all missing different dates. This is all the same number. PSL 88 was made in 1988. All matching. The whole thing. Completely mint condition. Completely mint condition. Very, you guys got to understand how hard it is to find this. I got it for a good price, but these things sell for, you're not going to believe, about 150, 200 bucks. I'm not kidding you. New Zealand. It's so collectible, it's not funny. You don't even want to use this one. You want to use the mixed number one for bushcraft and outdoor rig. This will be great as a normal backpackers thing. You could probably take this through hiking. Slightly heavier, but bomb-proof. Plus it's a canteen system, so boom, boom. Very good system. Very good system. You want to use this one though, a mixed set. Not this one. Absolute primo mint condition, matching numbers, everything set. This is the better one. This unfortunately I'm getting rid of. Used one, maybe getting rid of. I love this thing. I love it. I love it. It's like the Swiss Army one. It is one of my versatile pieces of kit. Both bushcraft, tramping, hunting, trapping, all those outdoor recreations when we're in the wilderness and the backcountry, it's one of the most versatile pieces of kit. Beautiful design. Now we've done the tent. Done the tent, but here's the fly in that. And olive drab stuff. That's just olive drab ground sheet. some spears. Last but not least, as I said, there's so much tools in here I'm not going to include. There's so much more gear in here I'm not going to include. It's just too much. It won't fit in this video, and this video will end up being probably 2.5 hours long. It'll be a documentary about what not to do and how not to collect gear. But this is a beautiful takedown bow. Shot a lot of rabbits with this. I've got broadheads and some we call weights for the carbon fiber shafts. Make the shafts a bit more straighter and heavier. Grain weight. I'm not really an archery guy, but I've used this. This is a 50-pound PSC Kingfisher. 50-pound takedown. It's fairly heavy. Beautiful bow though. I bought this used with a new string. The string is fraying, so the archer in mind, whoever would like to buy this, would need to replace the string. The limbs in it in very good condition. I've attached just a plastic arrow rest. It's been good enough. I would rather use my sling bow. I have several sling bows. I would just rather use that. It's more compact, more durable, more versatile in the bush. Should I decide to do hunting again in the near future. PSC Kingfisher, I picked this up for about $400. It was a set though, so, and I bought some really good quality broadheads. It was very good quality. They're floating around in this room somewhere, but as I said, there are plans for the near future about other things involving my current through hike and bushcraft and a business idea. I have some ideas. Give me some time during the Richmonds and Nelson to think about what I like to do, life after the TA. So I'll talk about it in future videos and later on. Thank you folks for watching. Ka kite anō. It's been a pleasure to see everyone back again. If you're interested in the stuff, just send me a comment. I don't care where you are in the world. I'll try my best to ship it to you, and we can haggle for good prices. Just thought I'd put that pitch in here for a second. But let's continue on with this main video. So thank you folks for watching. Busy Trails, ka kite anō, and I'll see you next time in the next Rasta Bushman, Rasta's Bushcraft video. Rasta Bushman, your local Bushman, your TA Bushman. Thank you folks for watching.